Either down there or.
Hello, hello, okay. Hear me okay? Thank you. Basically, next month, on the first Saturday of the month, we have the, Atlantic, or the 7QP, it's Seventh Area Calls. And, it's really a big deal. There are two, big contests during the year that we try to activate all the counties here in Nevada. And local players for people out of the area and all that. And the world wants to talk to Nevada, which means we need to have people out there on the air.
We are playing for it.
And that, it's this one, and of course, the Nevada Cuso Party back in, October. The, Seventh Area Party will actually run from 1300 Zulu Saturday to 0700 Sunday. Zulu UTC time is the official time of ham radio. Actually, you'll find out that the 8 states involved are in 3 different time zones. So if we tried to do a local time, we'd be missing everybody. And then, of course, we're talking to the world, and there's 24 plus time zones. There's even some funny time zones out in the Pacific that are 30 minutes off.
India.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
In that, so that it's very important. It's on all the HF, regular HF bands, 160 through 10. We do not get up on the Warwick bands. They're available for everybody else who doesn't want to be on a contest or wants to ride chew or 30 minutes version CW only. And yeah, we're going to use single sideband CW and digital. And digital, we're not allowing FT8. There's just no way to handle the exchange on FT8 with needed. The basically on the bands, we recommend that you operate in the general or technician parts of the band. This allows more people to get on. Basically here in Nevada, we'll be calling CQ. And we want people to come and talk to us. We're just barely out of the band in the extra class area. There may be some generals try to go across. If we go over 28,500, there's a lot of country out there on 10 meters. And the technicians might team up there and they're operating out of band. We don't want that to happen. We'll try to stay in the general and technician areas for operation. Okay, what's the purpose of the party? Well, basically to have the out of area stations contact Nevada. Nevada stations contact the out of area. The 8 states that are involved in this are, of course, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Montana, and Wyoming.
Hi, girl. How are you? What's this doing here? Huh?
There's 259 counties in that area. Hopefully, we can get the bulk of them covered. And the 7th area stations will work with the all the other states. They'll work all the Canadian provinces. They'll work the world, get the eggs. And
Can you guys share?
I don't know.
Ask the folks on Zoom to go on mute.
Folks on Zoom, could you please go to mute? Thank you. The green dots, of course, are over the 7th falls on area. Red dots would be the rest of the U.S. And Alaska is actually considered a state for this one. For some contests, less is considered PS. So that's, Hawaii is in the same boat. Then, of course, you've got the rest of the world. And, it's a lot of fun to do that. Okay, put a preparation ahead of time. It goes a long way. Decide where you're gonna operate. You can operate from home. And for a lot of people, that's comfortable. They've got good antennas at home. The power generally doesn't fail. There's all sorts of things that advantages to working at home. And the more we get on the air, the merrier. We only have one or two stations on the air. The rest of the world is not going to be real happy. And last year we had approximately 18 stations here in Washoe County. There were 30 stations in Las Vegas that showed up on the lawn. And we didn't have anybody in Eureka County. And a couple of the other counties were pretty slim coverage. And set up your logging program ahead of time. N1MM works the best. It's they made some modifications to it this year. They got together with the other couple of states that are also having crucial parties that weekend. You can log all those different programs together. It used to be the New England party. They used to give their county first and then their state. So you'd have like the BOS MA for Boston. They're going the same way we are for NV, PER for Bergen County, NVWAS for Washoe. And now back east you have MA, BOS for Boston. You can go to the 7QT website, it'll be up later, and I will put the link on Telegram afterwards to it. And that's a little hard to copy down a big long URL. And look at the planned operations and sign up for it. You need to send an email to them saying where you're going to be at. We're really recommending that people have an opportunity to get out and enjoy themselves out in the beautiful backcountry. You've got a good wildflower bloom going on. It's a good time to get out and do that first camping trip of the year and play in the sun. Also, you should stock up on the necessary provisions. You don't want to run to the store in the middle of the project. Especially if you're out in the field where it's going to be 2 hours of dirt road to get out to somewhere and back. Okay, one thing about contests, you have a necessary exchange you got to give. The 7th area station will be getting the signal report and their county information. So, let's say Washoe County would be NVPER. Pershing County. I'm used to saying that because they operate out of Pershing County all the time. But NVWAS for Washoe, NVCLA for Clark, and so on. It's the first 3 letters of the county name here in Nevada. So it makes it pretty easy to do. Other states are a little different. There's Lincoln County in just about every state, and some of them use LIN like we do. And I don't know what Oregon is, but Oregon, because they have a bunch of LIN type counties, uses something like LMC or something like that. So you have to listen in that. There's a complete list of the county abbreviations in on the 7QP website. You also can work on a county line. And this is great because that doubles your contacts. Every contact actually counts as 2, both for you and the person on the other end. And that can jump your score pretty dramatically, pretty quickly. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of people will be searching out county line operations just for that reason. And they can handle pile-ups and that. If you live in Lockwood, You're within 500 feet of the center line of the river. You can operate the NVSTO for Story County slash NVWAF, where you just use the NV for the first one and then slash for the just the county name. If you need to shorthand few work orders for the type, especially for CW operators and that. But it works pretty good. Also, you can be on a state line to one of the other seven county or 7 states. For instance, in this case, NVHUM slash OR HAR for Harney County, Oregon, and Humboldt County, Nevada. It would be up on the northern state line. And that one will create a lot of interest if you go up someplace like that. Use slash between the counties. Don't try to say any other thing like comma or space or that. Say, give it a slash. It's the easy way to do the report. It's a contest, and all the signal reports are given at 5.9 or 5.99 if you're on digital or CW. It's just a standard convention. Dirty little secret from the contesting. They don't look at those numbers. It's supposed to be part of your exchange, but they don't look at the numbers. So don't worry about if someone says you're 5.3 or 5.4. Logging programs automatically put 5.9 in when the contest orders. So don't worry about that. You click over it and go right to getting their state exchange. Out of area, they will give the 5.9 and their state abbreviation, 2-letter state or province abbreviation. So it would be like the CA for California, or FK for Saskatchewan, Canada, for the DX station. They probably never heard of the Nevada QSO party, but they 7QP. You can tell a foreign station by the call sign, and you can just put DX. So that's makes it pretty easy. It'd be a kind of boring contest if we just counted the number of contacts you made. And we'd have a lot of ties. So we use multipliers. And what happens is that you work a new state. Talk from the Nevada viewpoint, first of all. When you work a new state, you get a multiplier. So if you work New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Florida, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, those would all be multipliers. That's good. The other area of people only work the 7th area of states. There's 259 possible multipliers. And a 10DX entity. How many are familiar with the DXCC? DXCC, DX Century Club. Okay, this is an award you can get for working over 100 different countries. And they define countries a little differently than maybe you and I would. Basically, there's 500-mile separation from the main part, say an offshore island. That's counted as a different country. So Puerto Rico is a different country. Alaska and Hawaii on most contests are considered DX in a different country, even though they are part of the U.S. But anyway, that's how you get 10. We allow 10 entities. However, you can make more contacts. If you work 6 Japanese stations, you only get 1 multiplier, but you end up with 6 QSO points. So that's a good way and a good way to pick up extra points. Yeah. Basically, as I said, there's 259. We need here in Nevada to get all 17 of our counties covered. Nevada's been actually pretty good in this. We're in the top tier in terms of participation. Say last year we missed one county, but we were in the top 3 states in terms of participation. The other 2 states is Arizona. They only have 15 counties. And Oregon, which had 100% of their 30 counties, had an activation center. The worst states were Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. There's too many counties to keep your hands to cover them. But Nevada, 7th area stations do not get county credits for working other states. You just get the state credit. Only one multiplier per state if you're working another one of the states in the party from the 7th area column. But anyway, we need to get the activated. It's going out also to folks in the southern part of the state, the eastern part. We're trying to get those counties covered with a number of operations. Really just one, however, we need 3 or 4 in every county. This makes life a lot more exciting, a lot more interesting for the folks out there. If there's 50, 60, 80, 100 stations active on the air and making contacts. Okay. On single sideband, you get 2 points for each contact, so that works out pretty good. CW are 3, and digital are 4. They're trying to get more digital operation. Digital operation would be like RTTY, PSK 31, Bolivia, a whole bunch of other digital activities that can be counted. You can't use FTA or FT4 just because we can't handle the exchange in a timely and workable method. So a simple example, if you have 10 single sideband contacts, that's worth 20
You
points.
got coffee?
No, I just got up.
Why?
Can you please, yeah, please mute?
You can mute everybody on there.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
We can just take a commercial break for a quick sec.
Okay.
You can keep talking. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do a mute all. Yeah, sure. Mute all.
What is this? Is this milk?
Mute all.
Yeah, that's milk.
Why are you taking it?
Okay, now they can't even unmute themselves. Okay.
No questions.
There we go.
That happens.
Yeah, we'll have questions afterwards. I got a slide for that. Anyway, 2 digital for 8 points. That's 58 QSO points. Let's say you had 15 multipliers. That would give you a score of 870. Now, you had one more multiplier, you'd go up to 928. So you can see how the multipliers expand your scores pretty dramatically. And this is true with virtually all the contests. It's the reason we use multipliers. It's best to use a logging program. N1MM is set up for it. You have to have all sorts of essential data in your log and generate it the Brillo log format to send in. You basically have to have the band, the mode, your call sign, your signal report, your send exchange, their call sign, their report, their send exchange, and the UTC time. And on paper, that's a lot of writing to do. And most of you aren't running around with a watch that's telling you it's 15:33 hours. UTC. Basically, because there's all the different time zones, That's why we use the EPC timing. After the contest, please submit a log. Even if you only have two contacts, one or two contacts. This shows activity. Last year, there were 18, call signs that showed up in Washoe County. And only 8 turned in a log. We were much better, however, than Clark County. Clark County had 30 call signs that showed up in logs, and only 5 logs in it. We gotta work on them boys down there. Okay, but it's really important, because people look at last year's results. We also use log checking to make sure nobody's making up contacts, and that sort of thing. So it's important that the sponsors, get along. It's a good practice, it's a good learning experience on how to submit one. It's really easy. They have an uploader, same as we have for the Nevada QSO Party and most of the other big contests. You go to a website, you answer a couple of questions, you click on browse, pull up your Cabrillo log, send it to them, and almost immediately you'll get a screen back saying, okay, everything's right. Because it does some initial log checking and catches errors, like not having a call sign in there or something like that. You get immediate feedback, and then anywhere from a few hours to a day or two, your call will show up on a website, and you're good to go. They're not using a program that makes a Cabrillo log, and basically Cabrillo logs have been the standard format for a quarter century. So it's not something new and different. This has been around a while, and it's a great format to send in logs. They're not accepting email logs. People would try to build a log or just send it, I had this contact, put it in email, doesn't work. And it will be rejected. There is a program that you can go to. This will be on the WQP website, and it'll let you build a Cabrillo log if you only have a couple contacts and you use a logging program. Paramount entry, or if you use something like Excel, you make a spreadsheet out of Excel and try to log on that. Okay, after the contest and after you send your logs in, you can check the WQP website and make sure your log shows up in the received log section. And if not, send it again or get a hold of me and I'll be happy to help you out on that. Drop an ADIF file copy. Your logging program will also make ADIF files and send it to Logbook of the World. A lot of folks are trying to get Nevada and Central Nevada counties, and this confirms the contact with them. Currently, the Logbook of the World really doesn't handle the county award, but at least the folks will know that you have properly documented it, and they may decide to send you an FASC self-addressed stamped envelope requesting your QSO confirmation for the county award. Go to 3830 scores and put a summary up of your operation. How many contacts you made per band, how many multipliers, your total score. And that way you can compare what you did versus other people. 7QP is really good about getting out the scores and stuff quickly, usually within a month. But some contests go on and on. Last week, I got the results from the New England party, which is happening the same week as the 7QP. been almost a year. And I finally got the results from them. So, in the days when they were publishing them in the magazines, there again, it was 6 months, 8 months out before you saw the results and where you stood compared to everybody else. So on the second QP, check back in about a month at their website, and we'll show the scores, and we'll have some data as to what counties were activated and how many folks were seeing logs and that sort of thing. It's really kind of interesting. There's a little strategy to working with content. Now, in the early morning hours from 6 o'clock to our time to about now, you want to be on the lower banks, 160, 80, and 40. And that's probably your best time to work the nearby states. 40 meters is going to be your best bet for working the western half of the United States. And a lot of contacts made in California. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people active in the 7UP party in the other states. And you pick those states up in additional FISO points in that. About this time, the bands start changing. You'll see 20 minutes starting to come up, maybe 15 and 10. They've been opening a little earlier than now. But at that point, you'd switch to those bands to work the rest of the country and the rest of the world. Early afternoon, the gray line, which is the terminator between light and dark in the world, tends to go through Europe and Africa, and you get some interesting propagation during the gray line period. You run a good chance of picking up a bunch of European stations, maybe a few African, tip of South America, Argentina, quite often will show up at that time.
We get a lot of in-season.
Yep, and the gray line's over them. N1MM has a little pop-up window that you can activate that shows the gray line. And good thing to look at. Late afternoon, that's when you get into your Pacific on 20 through 10. Get a chance to work Hawaii, the Japanese stations. You start getting a pipeline into Japan, and you'll get tired typing everything, but you'll make a lot of points on that. And it's a lot of fun to talk to them and get that. Evening, it starts getting towards sunset and that. Again, you got gray line into some areas, and you may see a lot of activity. Post gray line, you're going to be back on the 40, 80, 160 again, and work the tail end of the Western United States and be able to get those going. Basically, you need to go play and have fun. And any questions? Yeah.
What if there are people who want to learn about this? You can pair up with somebody.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to do. You got somebody, especially if they're going out somewhere, and be able to work with them. Just they'll put you on the air as a control operator if you're a technician. The other bands other than 10 meters, they're turning you loose on 10 meters, and you operate under one call sign with that person. And it's called a multi-op situation, a multi-operator. And it's a good way to learn. It's an outstanding way to learn. It's probably a couple of people here that have gone up to Tom's place and worked the contest there. I know Tyler's been doing it. Derek, have you tried it? Okay. that's a good opportunity to get up there and, learn from the best. Even a couple of people who really don't know what they're doing, working together, you double the knowledge, and you can probably have a pretty good time going. And it's fun. Get out and do it. Any other questions? On that? Okay. Continuing on a little bit here. We're starting something. It's called the Hams in the Park. It's primarily aimed at technician folks. We'll be setting up about a half hour out in the park. The park we're going to is Taylor Memorial Park. It's located, you can go right up Wells, over to Sadler, jog around, over on Mount Center, and come in on the west side of the park. Or you can hop out of Jack's, go on Sixth Street, and go up Valley Boulevard to get there. We're aiming primarily at having technicians operating. We'll get them clued in on how to use an HF radio. And a good chance to make some DX contests. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Also, we were talking, Barry and we're talking about next month, for the 7QP, putting on a multi operation. And, yeah, one of the things I'm loaning to the club for that operation is a special filter. And I'll have an antenna to go with it. This would be one antenna. We're gonna operate 3 radios and 3 bands during the day. And this would be a good way to get multi operation for the club, bring them to the clubs also. And there'll be more coming out on this a little later, but I'm loading this and an appropriate antenna to work with it to put this on the air. I won't be here, I'll be in Pershing County, activating Pershing County. But this could be a lot of fun for after the club meeting. Going up to a park like this and being out there, getting on there, a bunch of folks trying and making contact. Any questions on that? Okay, Barry, I'll have you switch back.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Okay, it's a wireless mic that's wired.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Jim, for that presentation. So again, you're doing this today, is this correct, for the tech
Yeah.
park? About a half hour after the meeting ends, so we'll probably end probably around nine by the time we get done with the raffle. And you can go over there. How many people might want to go over there today to get on 10 meters with Jim? Anybody? 1? We get a 2 out of this? Maybe. Okay. So check it out and you know where it is. Okay, good.
Great presentation, because you put the slides on the website so people can download it.
Yeah, they'll be,
Believe me, nobody remembers. what you said.
I'll get them from you and we'll put them with the YouTube.
Go ahead and copy it. Right?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, sounds good. Now, speaking of 7QP, which is 1 month from today's meeting, we're gonna try something if it works. And that is, we're gonna plan on a live, demo's not the word, a live 45-minute piece of doing the event. So this is the plan if it all works out. I've been working with our friend Derek. We're gonna test it today and see how the antenna works out there. If everything's good, which we hope it will, the plan would be to put up the antenna next month, bring a little coax in here, set it up here with the radio, project some stuff on here. Maybe you'll do some CW. maybe I'll do some phone or whoever, maybe we can do a little RIDI and play with it. So it's not just, you have to go out in the field, but we're gonna actually experience it here. So that's the plan for next month. And then, if it all works out, after the meeting, we'll probably go up to the same park and operate. So question for you, if that all works out, well, assuming it works out, who might want to go to the park next month and actually operate some for 7QP with us? We'll have the antennas and the radios. Okay, we got one, we got a half, about 3/4, okay. Okay, that means we might get a handful. And then the other question is, who might be operating at home or somewhere else out in the field, okay? So Greg and his wife are gonna be at home, maybe, okay, a few more. Five, 6 more, okay. He's gonna be on, Howie's gonna be on CW. So, good. It is a really cool contest. And what I wanna say, I don't know if you said this, Jimmy, because I was in and out. The thing is that you don't have to be competitive to be in the contest. You get on, have fun. Some people like doing it because they learn. Other people like doing it because they get to talk to states. I heard somebody the other day, they need Wyoming. So it's another way to do it. So now that the weather is slowly getting more better with spring, it should be fun. Okay, any questions about 7QP? Okay, we'll have more for you. I want to mention one other thing. Jim mentioned Telegram. Does anybody not know what Telegram is? Oh, we're good. Oh, we got a couple. Okay, good one. So Telegram is a chat system. It's free, it's no ads, and it runs on all sorts of devices. We use it in STARS for the main chat system. We got about 110 people on it. And it's a way to put, ideas out there. Hey, we're going out to a park. Does anybody want to come? Does anybody know how to connect this with that? So if you go to stars.org and you go to, actually, I'm just going to show you really quickly here, because I think it would be good. Let's go to stars.org. But this is an important little tool. Okay, right here at the top, it says Telegram. So if you go to Telegram, it tells you about it. It allows you to download the app on different devices if you want. And then you can connect to the main channel, the tech channel, the repeater channel, or I believe Derek would like to have the Soda Poda put in. So we get on there. So there's a Soda Poda chat. We also use it for things like our board and other things. So it's a great tool. So invite you to that. Okay, I think we're going to end the presentation. Thank you all. Thank you, Jim. Let's give him another round of applause. And this completes the presentation about preparing for 7QP. For the STARS monthly meeting on April the 6th, 2024.